Frisco, Texas. Where are we, Jason?
We are at the National Video Game Museum.
And we have been touring in here for about an hour. Jason has walked the whole floor, and he's seen all the stuff that he came to look at, although I'm sure you'll find lots more things.
I'll find more things.
He wanted to take a look at the place before we went live, but we wanted to try to do a stream here and show you guys how amazing this place is. I've been here now 4 times. I love Frisco. I love this museum. There's a lot of fun interactive things to do here and a lot of cool things to learn about, of course, with video games, and they have a lot of the rarest video game items and artifacts that you will find anywhere, and Jason's going to show a lot of those things to us. So, Jason, why don't you just walk us around the building?
Okay.
And show us some of the coolest things that you've seen, and maybe we could just start right here with... Well, because some of the really rare stuff that we were admiring just now is actually in here, like the Nintendo World Championships cart, and which I actually missed this. I'd seen it before, but Jason was like, look how easy it is to miss the Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut on the N64, which is the rarest cartridge for 64
And the Star Fox Super Weekend cartridge as well.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about it. It was just like a contest from, what was it? 1993. Yeah.
And folks, we're just broadcasting on my phone, so let us know if you can hear us okay and see us okay. It looks like we've got a good connection and everything's working out. We'll be careful to avoid shooting other folks as much as humanly possible. But yeah, Jason, let's just look through here real quick, and we're not going to be super systematic about this. We're just going to show you some highlights that Jason noticed himself, and particularly the things that you most freaked out about, Jason.
I didn't even know about that. Twilight Princess on DS. That's not even... Okay, whatever.
Thanks, Tom Atkins.
Well, here's a Marlboro Lynx.
Oh, weird! Kind of like the Coke Game Gear?
Yeah, and the Target Game Boy Advance.
But, of course, that was only in Japan. The Coke thing.
Yeah. And this was only in Germany. What else is here?
Yeah, Tom, we won't get thrown out of here like we did Toys R Us, I don't think. And even if we do, at least we already got to walk through and Jason's seen everything now, which is part of the reason we wanted to do this afterwards. But also, if we'd done the stream in the first place, it would have been just a lot of Jason gawking and freaking out about stuff.
Yeah.
And it would have been exciting to get his reactions. I did take pictures of a lot of those reactions.
Yeah, but I wanted to like read and stuff, and like it just wouldn't be.
Take your time, do the museum thing.
Yeah. Here's something cool. This was a N64 controller that was a system that came out in hotels. The Lodge Net.
Yeah,
and
Jason really freaked out when he saw that.
Yeah, I had never seen that before. I thought that was really cool.
So back in around like 96 maybe, I actually played with one of those in a hotel and a casino, and they were super expensive, and they wouldn't let you put they wouldn't let you connect another system to the back of it because they wanted you to pay for that.
Yeah.
And so we always brought our Super Nintendo or Genesis with us on trips.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let you connect it.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the Donkey Kong Country competition cartridge as well.
They actually had that set up to play last time I was here.
Really?
And I got to play it.
That's awesome.
I had a good score because I'm good at that game.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that Cat can play.
The Ultra Hand
You talk about the Ultra Hand all the time.
from the 60s. That was a Nintendo toy.
Yeah.
And the old Nintendo Hanafuda cards.
And then they've got the cereals over here that we were laughing about earlier.
Yeah, because there was a Mario Odyssey cereal that doubled as an amiibo.
It was an amiibo. Isn't that crazy? Excuse me. Here is the Dreamcast with the Dreamcast keyboard, and I didn't realize there's a Hello Kitty one.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's really weird.
They have Typing of the Dead set up in here to play right now, which is so much fun, and I hate that I never got one. At some point, I'm going to drop the cash, Jason, and just go ahead and get one.
Yeah.
At one point, I could have gotten the keyboard, not the game, for like $10 at a vintage stock, and for whatever reason, I didn't buy it that day. I should have. They've gone up way in price since then.
Yeah.
But anyway, shockingly, the Hello Pikachu 64 is nothing like the rarest thing in here.
No. I mean, it's hilarious.
Oh, there's the Mountain Dew Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's that Coke Game Gear we were talking about. I forgot that was in here.
Yeah.
And then the Singer sewing machine that connects to the Game Boy Color, which AVGN talked about in his Game Boy accessories video. Where should we go, Jason? Find us a section.
Let's go over here.
This place is wonderfully laid out. Where you want to go?
Let's go over here.
Okay, sure. Let's do that.
Oh man, look at all these like hidden stuff.
Yeah.
I actually didn't realize. I actually didn't see those at first.
Yeah, we weren't looking at those before.
And lots of like medals and stuff and badges.
Jason, is there anything that you were expecting to see in here that you've not found yet, that you're surprised not to see?
Any Famicom disk system? Anything? Like any accessories or the thing itself?
There's got to be one in here. We just haven't noticed it.
I didn't notice it yet, but I'm not sure.
Okay, I think an employee just walked past us and was kind to not walk in front of the camera, which suggests that what we're doing is fine.
Okay.
But if it's not, we'll shut it down. Oh, you're probably going to want to show us some of the virtual reality stuff.
Yeah. Well, here's Turok stuff.
I think this used to be a Donkey Kong display.
Yeah.
Because there was some Donkey Kong stuff I was going to show you, and I've not found it. So, obviously, the collection, they have a lot more stuff than is always in here. You know, they rotate it out. Here is the Mario movie collection, and I think they'll probably keep this display forever.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll change that background because it won't be 30 years. But they have a lot of props. Dimwit Monkey says if you stick to PC, Turok is great. They're doing a remake for Turok 3 for some reason.
Yeah, I don't really know why.
That's very strange. We, just a few months ago, did a commentary on the Mario movie. And it's an apt time to come look at the stuff since the new movie came out this year.
Yeah.
My favorite of the props, of course, is the boots.
Yeah.
And they have quite a bit of the stuff that was used on screen for that movie.
Yeah.
And also a lot of the merchandise. And I think the coolest thing in this case is just that third draft script.
Yeah.
Oh, and they've got the reels too, it looks like. Isn't that cool? Here's the action figures. Anyway, do you want to go look at that VR stuff?
Yeah.
So in this section, and this is just one of the nicest displays in here, I think. In this section, they have some of the things that Jayson was most surprised by and excited to finally get to see in person.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the Power Glove. So when I say VR, I mean some actual virtual reality stuff, and then a bunch of stuff that home consoles in the 90s were trying to simulate VR and make you sort of feel like you were playing VR, but none of them were anything like true VR.
There's also this VR headset. I want to see what it actually does.
Yeah, what's it actually playing right now?
It is playing Mario Kart.
Oh, it is Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing up here is what Jayson is actually playing right now. Once again, if you're just joining us, we're at the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, Texas, one of my favorite places. I've been here a few times now, but this is Jayson's first chance to come down here and take a look at it. Let's see how he's doing playing Mario Kart with his head. So no hand controls. He's just using his face, his head. Turns a little tight. Oh, you hit a cow. Look out. And Jayson, as a lot of you guys know, is kind of an amateur video game historian himself. He does a lot of research, makes a lot of videos, about video games. And this is him looking as nerdy as humanly possible.
I always look really nerdy without the VR.
Folks, leave a comment while you're watching and let us know if there's anything in particular you'd like us to try to find in here. Any particular kinds of consoles or games or artifacts.
Yeah. Like if people like say like the name of like a console, we try to find it as fast as we can.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay.
Obviously, there's not going to be like a physical copy of every
Right,
game in here.
I'm playing a different game now.
Oh, you're playing a different game now. I guess it's like a potpourri thing. It just keeps changing. But yeah, Jayson was really excited to see the Sega 3D glasses. That was for the... That wasn't for the Genesis, though, right?
Oh, wait.
Oh, no, that... Was that for the Genesis, or was that...
So that's for the Master System.
The Master System, that's right. I still don't understand what it does.
I can't remember really. I don't...
Like, if you use it with any kind of game, or if there were games that were made to look kind of like...
And family computer, too.
Tom wants to know if they have the N64 disk drive thing.
Oh, the 64 DVD. I didn't see one. They've got it, right?
And lots of development kits, which Jayson was really excited about. There's the Oculus development kit, but we'll see those for for some kind of weird stuff that never came out too, right? Like the Dreamcast. There's like a Dreamcast computer thing.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Darren Root, what was the name of the red game control? Is he talking about the Virtual Boy, or is he talking about something else? But yeah, there's a Virtual Boy over here, and we actually got to play it. It's playing, what is it, Wario Land?
Wario Land, yeah. And I don't know, that game's actually pretty fun.
What? Okay, where else should we go?
Well, here's Donkey Kong things.
Donkey Kong things?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, so this shows you kind of a side-by-side with all the different variations of Donkey Kong released on home console and computers.
What do you think was the best one besides the Atari version?
Besides the Atari version?
Oh, Game Boy, definitely, actually.
You think?
Are they actually... Okay, Game Boy.
Oh, and of course
doesn't
arcades
count.
there too. But I always like what NES looked like. Pardon that.
Yeah, but Game Boy doesn't count. I feel like.
Why not?
Because Game Boy is like not even... It's not just Donkey Kong. There's like... After that first world, there's like a whole bunch of different... Like there's a whole like key section, and there's like Donkey Kong.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not just a port. It's a whole other game.
It's a whole different game. So I don't think this counts.
There's some really neat displays in here, like the video game crash display.
Yeah.
This is supposed to look like a game store or a electronics store in 1983 that is falling apart because the industry is on its last leg until Nintendo revives it. And so you can pretend like you're running the store and checking people out and selling games for dirt cheap that right now would go for hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Dimwit Monkey, Donkey Kong port across the multiverse.
I actually didn't come back here earlier, so...
Jayson, did you try out the Vectrex? Did you see they had one?
I did not.
I was hoping that would still be there.
Oh, amazing.
And look, back then you could buy it for $49.99, but now
What
they're
a
quite
deal.
rare.
Oh, actually, this is a pretty good game.
Did the Vectrix have a version of Tempest?
Dang.
I'm pretty sure it did. Darren Root, is there Nintendo's biggest blunder ET? Yes, and it's actually on display and people are playing
And
it.
you can play it.
In fact,
You
this
can play
girl
like a
over
baby.
there is playing it right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm having.
Oh, you're fine. It is, in fact, right here. But I'm not going to play it because I'm holding this phone. There's actually a particular order that you're supposed to tour this place in, where each section has a number going in sort of chronological order through history, which is really neat. Somebody earlier, Jayson, said they feel really old looking at this place, you know, as being a kind of... Sorry, I'm distracted. As being kind of a shrine to quote-unquote video game history. And it just doesn't feel like there's been enough, you know, years of video game history for some of us that are older to have a place like this. But I mean, I love that it's here.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to say that this as an industry or as an art form doesn't deserve this treatment, because it does.
Not looked at this yet.
But the reason it makes me feel old, I'll just say this real quick, is because it's got the Dreamcast fishing pole.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yeah.
I
I haven't seen it in real life.
But it makes me feel kind of old because I'm seeing a lot of stuff in here, and I've never had this even going to toy museums and stuff, really, Jayson.
Yeah.
Except for the one in Metropolis with Superman, because there's a lot of stuff there that is just kind of part of, you know, my childhood and my life. But you look at a lot of things here and you're like, you know, if you're my age, and you're like, well, this is just stuff that was part of my everyday life that I saw all the time, or that I still see all the time. Because there's, you know, some stuff in here, of course, that I still have and still use, and now it's on display as historical artifacts.
Yeah. Oh, I want that. That'd be awesome. Like, you actually hook it up to the PS2.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's for PS2, and they just play it like a controller. That's so lazy.
Yeah.
Instead of playing actual DDR. The Joy board. There's Power Glove and Box. And then there's Typing of the Dead,
Yep.
which is wonderful. And maybe we'll play here in a minute after these folks are done. Jason's a big fan of Game Genie,
Yeah.
and they have a whole display for that stuff. Dragon Quest cameo, yes.
Yeah.
Is there a Rob? I've not seen a Rob in here.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Where is it?
I can't remember anywhere.
Hey, Jayson, did you want to play Typing of the Dead real quick? Do you want to play, or do you want to take the camera and have me play it?
I wanna play.
Okay, you might want to start on an easier mode than you were playing earlier.
What am I?
Hayden Spring says he was here last year and has a shirt. It's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Well, I can't.
What's the problem?
So I can't move. So
Oh, okay. Are you on like a practice mode?
I guess.
Is there a way to go to the menu and start over and play an actual level? So Typing of the Dead was on Dreamcast, and it is a hilarious kind of retooling of House of the Dead 2. And so it uses all the same cutscenes and the same levels, but it isn't just that exact game, but you're typing instead of shooting. You actually see your characters, as you see here, with keyboards strapped to them instead of guns, which is hilarious. And famously, a lot of the things that you have to type are just hilarious and very random. Jayson, did you see the inbox U-Force down here?
Oh, I didn't even realize there was stuff there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't either. And there's a time crisis down there, too.
Oh, yeah, there.
With the time crisis gun?
And time crisis, yeah.
Darren Root, I wonder if they have the Game Boy that survived the Kojima bombing. Yeah, good question. I don't know.
I'll just do chapter 2.
You should. It's hilarious.
man,
It's lots of fun.
Dogs of the game.
Oh.
You got to type boss. So when there's weapons flying at you, you just press single letters. And then when you have zombies and other enemies coming to get you, you have to type whole words and phrases. Yo! Exclamation point. Katyusha. And just a pro tip, you don't have to press space between words when there's, like that. Don't type a space, you can go faster. I'm talking to some folks next to me that want to play this game. Jayson, you're still going. Horse-like. Ah, you missed horse-like. Here is a wall of controllers. And of course, Galaga is one of my absolute favorite games. So this wall is wonderful. There is an arcade in the back here that's all 80s machines mostly. And it is covered up with people. Like, there's a lot of people that come here just to play in the arcade. Oh, pardon me. Jayson, you're getting farther than I did. He's in a zone. He's in a groove. He doesn't even want to talk right now. Oh, you're good. If anybody's joining us, we're in Frisco, Texas right now at the National Video Game Museum, and we're playing Typing of the Dead. Check out the Dreamcast keyboard. So when I was here, like I said, I visited here 4 times now, and when I was here, not last time but the time before, on the Saturn kiosk, which we'll show you after a while. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite things in here. Oh, good job.
I had to type.
He's still going. They actually had Knights set up, which is my favorite video game of all time. And I have my big Knights tattoo, and a guy was playing Knights for the first time, and I showed him my tattoo, and he was very surprised by that, because he had just heard of that game 5 minutes before he started playing. And then all of a sudden, a massive obsessive Knights fan shows up. Right now they have Sonic Jam on that machine, which is really bittersweet to me because I made the mistake of selling mine about 15 years ago. Darren Rudy's in the zone cap. Don't interrupt the zone. Yeah, I better not. He's got a loaded weapon in that keyboard. We're also right next to the portable room with all the handhelds, and that's one of Jayson's favorite sections because he is a huge fan of things like the Game & Watch, of which they have tons of. And he got to play with the first portable system which is a football game, and was really surprised to finally get to play with one of those. Should we go look at the portables? Jayson, you got really far, man.
Yeah. Alright.
You got so sucked into that typing of the dead game.
Yeah. What is it?
Okay, I guess we're gonna come over here before we look at portables. Like I said, we're just gonna kind of show you guys highlights.
What's your favorite game? They're like,
Oh, cool.
and there's Virtua Fighter 5 too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ah, we can play Virtua Fighter 5. You gonna pull it up real quick? Oh, you gotta put the disc in. I see. Don on Power Ranger, hi there. Hello, Captain Logan, Jayson, and all. I hope everyone is well, despite the passings of Jimmy Buffett and Dire Straits guitarist Jack Sonney. I hadn't heard about that. Dire Straits. Yeah, that's really sad. I had heard about Jimmy Buffett, though. I wonder how old he was. Darren Root, wonder if there's a Pokemon section. There was not a whole section for Pokemon. There's occasional Pokemon things here and there.
Yes, there's no one here. Yes, there's all the stuff.
So Jayson was excited to see a boxed Gamecom. Look at the shape this Game Gear box is in. That's really cool. Jayson and I are big fans of the Game Gear. Oh, Jayson, did you see the box e-reader stuff? They've got all the e-readers.
Yeah, it's insane.
Jayson's a big fan of those. Those of you who are not familiar add extra levels for games like Mario 3 and Mario World. Jimmy Buffett was only 76. I'm actually surprised by that. I thought he was older than that. Okay, so tell us about this, Jayson.
So this was, to my recollection, one of the first portable systems from Mattel. This is, I think, 77, but I might be.
And doesn't even have a graphics interface.
Yeah.
So it's not even as sophisticated as a watch or a calculator.
Yeah, I don't.
More primitive than a Tiger handheld.
I don't.
But those were super popular. People loved
I
them.
don't know anything about football, so I don't even know what to do.
But it's cool to finally get to pick one up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jayson, did you see the Game Boy camera and printer?
Yeah.
So for the record, I have those.
Oh, there's the Game Boy Light. I was like, is there actually one? But yeah, there is.
I wonder what those go for now. The camera and the printer.
I'm not sure. And we don't have the camera.
Yes, we do.
Well, I've been trying to find it for the last like 8 years.
Did you lose it?
I did not lose it. I never
What?
saw it.
Yeah, it's somewhere. We'll find it.
Was it actually portable? I didn't actually know that. That's crazy.
All right, lead the way, sir. So yeah, the old computers. There's an
What's that?
yeah. Here's Commodore 64. There's a lot of folks all on this wall, so I don't want to shoot anybody and make them uncomfortable. I'm a monkey, but can it run Crisis? Darren Root, this is the evolution of gaming culture. People mocked us. Yes, absolutely. And now, possibly some of those same people are coming in to enjoy the history of it. And of course, a lot of kids. I mean, I think the beauty of it is kids will come in here to interact with all this stuff, and hopefully they'll learn something about
what?
technology.
Someone's taking pictures of us.
Uh-oh. That's ominous. I'm a little concerned about that.
Yeah, so these
Somebody may not like that I'm making this
people
show here.
have so they have this
Oh, it's because we
computer.
were standing right in front of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
and
funny.
what you can do is you can type a message, and then this will come up the tube.
It looks like a pneumatic tube. Here, do it
and
again.
It'll go,
So watch. He'll type something.
and then it'll go up there.
That is so cool. And then it goes all the way across.
Yeah, and there are two computers. And also, what's cool about it as well is you can go between different eras of computers.
If you go to today, it looks a little more to me like 7 or 8 years ago, really.
Yeah.
But there was 2000, 93, 86, 1979. No interface, just text. Or no
Yeah,
graphic interface,
that's
anyway.
right.
Yeah, that pneumatic tube, Jason, reminds me of the Shadow movie we just watched.
So yeah, there are two computers, and it goes. I don't even know. Yeah, it goes all the way over there.
Jason is really fascinated by this.
No, I'm not that fascinated. It's just cool. It's just the tubes are cool because they have a light thing.
Okay, I guess we can look at some more of the computers here.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, I got to show everybody this. So this is the Apple IIe,
No, you come here. No.
and the game that it's playing is a game I had on an old Windows computer. It was the first computer I ever had, but it was from the same era. And I forget what that computer was. My stepdad, the Jeff, of course, had a 2E, but yeah, Karateka? This really took me back, and I had crazy flashbacks looking at this because I didn't even know what it was and didn't know if I would ever see it again. And it is currently hooked up to a Genesis controller because the Genesis used the same port that the Atari used, and I guess the Apple IIe also had that. So you can put a Genesis controller in an Atari 2600 and use it, which
Right
a
now
lot of people know. It's kind of common knowledge now, but it was a thing that kind of shocked people when they first discovered it.
Right now, I'm playing a Atari 800.
Atari 800. This is a good-looking Pac-Man for that system. What do you say?
Yeah.
The colors are nice.
Yeah.
The colors are not translating super well to my phone, but they look but they look nice in person.
In person.
This is a Sega game controller. Oh man! Did you see that? Oh my gosh!
I'm good at Pac-Man.
Another thing that I think is really cool about this place is just how much stuff is out in the open and people are able to interact with, not just systems, but also like manuals and even
Oh yeah.
toys and cards and things. And they just the people that run and own this place seem to just hold everybody on an honor system. And they've got rules posted, like, don't steal our stuff. It's like, well, that's a rule for every place, but they actually trust you not to do that. And it doesn't seem like they get ripped off very often.
How do I play this?
Because a lot of the same things that I've seen here from the last 4 years are still here. So, like, they'll
Don't let me
have...
play.
They'll have things like that just out so that you can take a look at them and put codes in and things.
Seriously, how do I play?
That game is super stiff, and I remember just from when I was a kid also having the same problem, having no idea how to play that.
Don't let me go forward.
This this kid is having the exact same experience that I had playing this game, Karateka or whatever it's called.
Karateka.
Karateka. Okay.
I'm not
Well,
touching
well now I feel stupid.
And then he gets right. I'm not touching.
Can I see it? So you can't even. I just walked off.
You can't.
So if you go left, so if you
it's
go right,
actually
you just
controlling
fall
it.
off.
You're not actually controlling it.
Well, I think I was. I think I went left when I pressed right. I don't know why. Anyway, Jason, let's go see some other stuff, man.
Yeah.
Or were you having a really good Pac-Man game?
I was having an okay Pac-Man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He was sucked in again. Jayson, you'll have plenty of time to play other stuff when we get finished with this too, if you want to. This will open for a little while. What? Hour and a half? Yeah.
Play a game on the.
There's Dragon's Lair. They give you some coins or some tokens for their arcade when you first get here, and they look like that.
I think I will do this later.
And that machine, just like all their other machines, does take tokens, but they're all just one each. Back in here, they have a room. They have kind of a party room where you can play Smash and a multicade. Channel did I miss Cat playing Galaga? I have not played Galaga yet, but if you want me to, when we get in the arcade, I can try to play some Galaga.
Yeah.
Okay, Jayson, we've been broadcasting about 36 minutes.
I want to finally get a turn on this thing
Okay.
because you can play music from random.
Can we do that after we're done broadcasting?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go show everybody the Sega kiosks that are like my favorite thing in here.
I don't know where they are.
And then we can kind of look at the arcade real quick, and then we'll be done. They're back here. So these are the rooms they have set up to look like period rooms. And again, I'm not going to spend too much time on this stuff because there's a lot of people around, and I don't want people to be recorded without permission. But was there some stuff in here you wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah, this is where there were some things in here that kind of freaked you out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So these were Nelsonic game watches. And yeah, I didn't even see that it said that it. I'm not reading things. I didn't even realize it had a thing. But yeah.
He is literate, I promise.
Yeah, I never thought I'd actually be able to see one of these. Like, that's insane.
Someone wants to know if that's a Lynx. Did we see a Lynx? There were some earlier.
Yeah.
That we saw. Here's a Neo Geo with their giant, crazy cartridges.
How big do those cartridges need to be?
Oh yeah, they're huge.
Why?
And Jade was really excited about the unreleased game boxes.
Yeah, they look cool. I think that's really cool.
One thing I wanted to show, if I could remember what it was, Jayson, was what I told you was kind of a holy grail for me, which was the Maximum Carnage Collector's Edition. That's in here. I forget where exactly that
There
was.
it is. Well, okay, it's not a disk system, but it's the family computer, so.
Okay.
And box as well, so I'll take that.
Yeah, cool. Senior Stick's Laserdisc was huge too, Jayson. Well, yeah, but Laserdisc was necessarily huge to get the kind of quality that you got from movies. Why did these cartridges have to be that big?
Yeah.
This was during the same time as the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh, and also here's the Super Game Boy 2, only released in Japan. And the cool thing about that is this one actually had the thing that you could put the cable in to connect with another, so you could actually like transit Pokemon back and forth with the Super Game Boy. So
another thing that I think is really cool, we were just playing Typing of the Dead. Here is the big box Typing of the Dead that came with the keyboard and the game all in the box. And then there's the multicolored keyboard. I would love to have that.
wait,
Yeah. Is that pie?
That is Kids Pie.
They
made like little images for the Game Gear.
There's Akira too.
Yeah, there were only two that they made, Kid Akira and Kid Pie.
That's so cool.
It was like a single image that you would get and put on in the Game Gear.
We are huge Virtua Fighter fans, and there's a little bit of Virtua Fighter representation in here.
Yeah.
Jayson, what was the Sega mouse for?
I actually do not know.
We found something he doesn't know, folks.
I can't remember any games that were actually used.
Monkey
for
says,
that.
"Gotta love that horrible Typing of the Dead cover."
Yeah.
It's all part of the charm.
Well,
Sega Mouse didn't even know they had one. Less support than Nintendo Mouse. I would imagine so. But I don't even know what system it was for. Like, was it? It looks. But the colors make it look like a Saturn product. No, it is. It does say Mega Drive. You're right. You're right. I didn't see it.
And guess what?
What?
Turok first aid kit.
What even is that? What's it for?
Don't know.
Oh man.
Oh, and there's some.
Did you see the PC Engine?
Yeah.
Sorry, pardon me.
Yeah. Oh, and here's some cool figures too from games.
Yeah, Jason was excited about some of these on-card figures, like the Mortal Kombat trilogy figures.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of folks over here. So again, we've got like a 1970s living room set up here, and then an 80s kids room, and you can like go through and rummage through those drawers and find lots of period artifacts like cassette tapes and movies and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I might actually play Duck Hunt.
So this is my favorite thing in here. This is the Sega Saturn kiosk, and I would pay real money if I could get my hands on one of these.
Yeah.
This is probably one of a kind. Or maybe they made a few of these that were in, I don't know, like Toys R Us's or whatever. But what it's playing right now is Sonic Jam, and so this was the first collection of 2D Sonic games, which again I used to have and sold a long time ago, unfortunately, because I have lots of different ways to play those games. But I wish I'd kept it for the hub world. So this, of course, would have been a kiosk that was set up in a store so that you could try out new games. There's a Saturn inside. And that is not the model that I have. I've got the one with the rounder buttons. And I also didn't have these controllers. Mine were always sleek black. So Jason's playing the hub world for Sonic Jam. Again, very bittersweet for me watching this being played right now.
Alright, I gotta get 20 rings.
Senior Sticks, are there Pogs, Captain Logan? Probably. I haven't noticed any. There is a Donkey Kong Country Pog game that used to be here, but I have not found it this trip, that I used to have. Another thing I got rid of a long time ago that I shouldn't have. You know, I've kept most of my things, Jason, but it seems like the few things that I regret getting rid of were video game related and are in this building. What do you think of the camera on this, Jason?
Oh, it's terrible.
There's also a Jaguar kiosk and a Dreamcast kiosk and one for the GameCube. Surprisingly, no one is playing Smash. You said that earlier, and it's still true.
Yeah.
That's from Castlevania, of course. And that's super cool.
Look.
Yeah, and you can look at concept art. Yeah, I spent a lot of time going through all that stuff when I was a kid.
That's really cool.
It was really neat. And that was before the days where everything had special features.
Yeah.
Now we're past the days where everything has special features.
Right.
I mean, there's still stuff that does, but you know what I mean. You know, I think, Jason, that Carnage
That's
Special Edition might have been
weird.
back there, but
That's weird.
what? Just that it's bouncy?
Yeah, like you gotta play it like that.
And see, like that's not even foreign to me. Like a lot of the kiosks were like that. Yeah. I hesitate because I'm like, I guess I haven't seen one in a long time, like you know, recently using that kind of method. But yep, that's what they did.
This is the Jaguar.
There's the Jaguar.
Yeah.
Oh look, Jason, you can be a Top Gun.
Yeah. That's my name in NHL.
channel is that Sonic collection over $300 now. I think you can still get it for between $1 and $150.
If you can find it.
Yeah, it is kind of hard to find.
I want to play a game with that.
Tom says something looks like a microwave. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but that's pretty funny. He looked at something and said, that looks like a microwave.
That looks like a microwave.
Oh, this is one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast. That is Hydro Thunder. Hydro Thunder!
I am playing Tempest.
Tempest is my favorite Atari game. And I first played it on a Commodore 64. This is Tempest 2000, which had super cool, exciting graphics. And I actually, at the time, remember this being on display at a store somewhere, Jayson.
Oh, really?
I may have, in fact, seen this exact kiosk somewhere. Yeah, I don't think any of these are actually one of a kind, although it's hard to say how many are still running around now, of course. But yeah, of the four of them, the coolest one is easily the Saturn. And I mean, I'm a little biased, but I love the Dreamcast too, and just look at that. It's very tiny and kind of...
The Saturn one looks like one that they would
inconspicuous.
have
It's kind of inconspicuous.
at
At E3?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Where it just really jumps out at you.
Yeah. I think because I've seen one like that was at E3.
Jayson, when you get done there, why don't we just kind of show everybody a glimpse of the arcade real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna show us.
And maybe the gift shop, and then we'll kind of call it a day. Do you want to show anything in that corner back there? Nothing major?
Nothing major. Oh, there were actually there's some cool comics.
What do you think it was weird they had Mario Kart 64 Matchbox cars? I'm assuming that was period. That was from that time. I guess
There's a
the point I was
Yoshi
trying to make
story
earlier
one.
is just weird how much stuff is quote unquote retro now that for me just was not that long ago.
Look at the radio. It
And
looks
it's
like a Game Boy.
still stuff I like to do.
Like a small radio.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool. Those tiny radios were real popular, kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially pre-Walkman, or when the Walkman was new and expensive.
Yeah.
Or so you can either get a Walkman or you can get a radio that and force everyone else to listen to it.
Well, here's another Atari 500, and then here's a huge Game Boy that plays.
Look at that giant Game Boy.
That is.
Isn't that cool? So here's their arcade. And again, there's a lot of folks in here. It's going to get loud, and we're going to get copyright flagged very quickly. So yeah, I don't know if we should even try to walk through here.
I don't think so.
There's, I guess we'll just say they've got Moonwalker, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really going to be a way for me to play Galaga live right now, I don't think, Jayson.
Yeah.
As much as I'd like to, because somebody's on the system in there, and again, we probably get copyright flagged for music.
Yeah.
So maybe we won't do that today.
Well,
Anything else you want to make sure and show everybody before we bid folks farewell? There's a Master Chief.
it was the big, just real quick, the big console.
Oh yes, of course, with the wonderful mural.
Here's a Master System. I'm gonna save this.
There's a Master System.
I think.
Oh, do you want to get going on that?
Yeah, but I think we should. Like, I don't think there's anything else we need to show.
No. There were some other things over there I was thinking about showing off, but that's all right. We'll go ahead and bid everybody for a while. So, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little tour for the Video Game Museum. And it's a wonderful place. Everybody should come and check it out if you have the opportunity. It's only like $12 to get in, and you can play and hang out all day long if you want to. They're even open on Sunday, which is today, till 5. And anyway, I will be back again with more regular videos next week. And it looks like Jayson just wants to play right now. Jayson, thanks for making this video with me. And for sharing some of your expertise and insights about video games and video game history.
You are welcome.
We'll see you later, folks. Thanks a lot for being here. Bye, everybody.